I'm Beth, your resident music nerd, back with a deconstruction. I know, a day late, I'm alive, everything's back on track now. Now, usually for deconstructions, I've been focusing on songs from musicals, but this week is a little different. I'm focusing on a person, and that person is Hadley Fraser. He is an English performer, an actor, and a singer, and you might know him best as Raoul from the 25th anniversary concert of Phantom of the Opera, or as Grantaire from the 25th anniversary concert of Les Mis. Now, I'm going to take you through his performance of Hushabye Mountain for a live audience, pointing out things that I love about his performance and things that make this song unique to him. Starting out, I want to talk about how Hadley Fraser swoops and slides from note to note all over the place in this song. It's the difference between going from ba to ba, and I think it's great. Sometimes I can be pretty picky about singers scooping or swooping or sliding, but here it's a great choice because the song is very ethereal and mysterious, and Fraser does it well. I also love how he sings the phrase fills the sails. Normally you'd think of a singer going on the vowel, so fill the sails, but here Fraser goes fills the sails. It's really fun to listen to, because the then actually kind of sounds like an N. It fills the sails. I also love the turn that he does on the sails. Rather than staying on one note, he adds his own little shimmer to it. So let's listen to these things. It fills the sails of so fun. I love that. He also does this again a little later on Winds of Night, and then in the same phrase, I'm obsessed with how he says the words sighing. I can't quite explain it. It's just, instead of going like sighing, or it almost sounds like he's half saying it, just sighing. And he also does this little head tilt with it. I wish you could see it now, but he also, just his mannerisms are great in the song. If you look it up, you can see how intent he is while singing it. So we're looking for Winds of Night and sighing. I can't explain it, it just sounds really great. So, let's get the timestamp for that, and here we are. So good, so good. I'm also really obsessed with his vibrato. Now, Hadley Fraser is an amazing singer. He has vibrato everywhere. He's so free. And I also really love how he says the word mountain. Many times in the song, instead of saying Mount 10, he goes mountain. And so let's listen to that. Yeah, there we go. Did you notice all that swooping wave goodbye to cares of the day? That's so cool, and he's so free. Let's listen to that again. Close your eyes on Hushabye Mountain, wave goodbye to cares of the day. I love that. Now, in this next phrase, he's been doing a lot of little turns, duh, but I wonder, conspiracy time with Beth, I wonder if the turn on watch was intentional or not that we're going to listen to. It's because it's watch your boat on Hushabye Mountain, and at first he goes, watch your boat. I kind of wonder if he was so into it. This happens in singing. Sometimes you sing and something just comes out. A good singer is free, and what comes out comes out. So that's great. Hadley Fraser's great. But I just wonder if watch, that little turn, wasn't intentional, and it just came out. And so then when he sang boat, he purposely did a little turn to make it match. I don't know. Let's listen to it, and you can be the judge of that. One more time, right? Love that so much. Also, fun fact, for the longest time, I thought the lyrics were watch your bones from Hushabye Mountain. Beth, it's a song about the sea and sailing. It's gonna be watch your boat. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Next up, I'd like to give a shout out to the piano for this lovely little piano part that acts as the bridge for the song. Now, I love chromatics, everyone knows that, so there's a part that goes da-da-da-da before going into the rest of the little piano melody. And after that, Hadley Fraser goes off for the second half of this song. For the first half, he has been singing mainly the melody, and then for the second half, he messes with it. And that's smart, because for the first half, he's establishing the melody so that you know where he's going off in the second part, and that makes it all the cooler. So he goes, "Close your eyes on Hushabye Mountain," which is so cool, because close is a C4, your is an F4, and then hush on Hushabye is an A flat 4, and that's awesome. It's an amazing note. So we're listening for the piano part and these awesome high notes that Fraser is hitting.
So close your eyes on Hushabye Mountain.
So cool! And did you notice all the swooping that he was doing? And he just sounded so free, and there was so much vibrato. It was beautiful. It just goes from very gentle to just full on out. And now we're going to keep listening for another incredible high note coming up. Now, I'm a believer that high notes are not the end-all be-all of measuring a singer's amazingness. That you don't need to pull out a ton of high notes to be an incredible singer. That being said, it's amazing in this song. So we're gonna listen for it. What Hadley Fraser does is that he goes, "Watch your boat on Lullaby Mountain," and "watch your" is on C4, "boat" is on an E flat 4, the lulla of lullaby is on a G4, "by" is on a C5, and then "mountain" is a little swoop down on a G4, F4, and E flat 4. So he goes even higher than the previous phrase. It's so cool. Let's listen to it now. It's so great. And then he goes into a bunch of "sail far aways" over and over again, just basically showing off his breath control and how many phrases he can sing without taking a breath. It's amazing. So, yeah, that was cool. Also, all the swooping. He even did a head swoop on "cares." He actually does, like, "cares away." It's so great. Again, I recommend you watch this just to see how into it he is, because he has his eyes closed almost the whole time. So, that was amazing. And then he finished it out at the very breathy end. He goes, "Lullaby, bae." And I don't know if that was a choice or if it just came out like that, but it's just very breathy and very tender after belting out all of these high notes. So let's go to that timestamp. Where is it? Here we are. And at the very end, it's very cute because he opened with a story about, like, singing to his children at bedtime, so this is how he closes out the song.
Night, night.
That applause is well deserved. It's a beautiful song. I recommend you check it out. I'll link it in my description. Until next Friday!